Mark Walsh from Embodied Yoga Principles here. So this is yoga for anger management, Now, I come from kind of an angry family, traditionally been a fairly angry guy. And what I notice is certain kinds of yoga, if I do them, when I do them, definitely help with that, So where to begin? Because not all yoga will help. If you do, say, like a fast, hot yoga practice, that might make you more fired up, yeah? So what is going to help? Well, if we look at anger, first thing I'll say is let's go right to the root of it, self-love, yeah? Often angry people are very hard on themselves, so learning to be kinder to yourself, a little bit of self-love, and even just doing a little bit of yoga with that intention and that awareness that you're doing this for your own well-being has a way of taking the anger down, yeah? The next thing is we can think of anger as a set of directions and attention pattern. So anything that relaxes us is going to be helpful. Nobody says, I'm so angry. It's always, I'm so angry, right? There's that tension in the body. So any yoga which is relaxing is going to be helpful. Also in terms of direction, anger is forward. So I've worked in at least 30 countries, been to 50, and all around the world. If people are angry, they go, whoa! Yeah, they do an extension and they come forwards. They don't say, do you want to fight? No, they say, you fucking want a piece of me? Yeah, they come forwards, yeah? Cameraman smiling. I'm going to look like an English football hooligan, don't I? It's okay, yeah? So that forwards movement is what we need to counter in the yoga, and from the extension to more flexion in the spine. So any yoga postures which are down and back are often helpful for this, yeah, and focusing our attention there. You want to be a little bit careful with the sort of more fiery postures, like the warrior postures, or the entering postures. If you are doing those, do them sort of softly, moderately, and definitely like with the warrior, say you're doing a warrior, not overextending forward, yeah. So doing those postures a little bit softer, a little bit gentler if you do them tall. Lots of postures on the ground, seated postures, lying down postures. Bring that energy down, yeah, bring it back and loosen up the body. And it's also about how you do it. So let's say you're doing, I don't know, some simple stretch like this one. The angry part of me is like, forwards. Instead, take it into a more yin way, a more soft way. Anything that's about opening and softening. So for example, like a classic yin yoga position, something like this, yeah? Open posture, we call this in EYP, being open, softening, as opposed to like what I want in the world. This is like, okay, this is what is acceptance, opening. Breathing. I was a little bit angry coming here this morning because of the traffic in Moscow. It's actually quite good for me today. And also any kind of letting go. So like child's posture would be a classic. I like to do this with the knees wide because I've got a bit of a belly there. We can just relax down. Again, it's like letting go, surrendering, you You can't be surrendered and angry. Or you can do like a forward, one of the best ones for letting go of anger, forwards bends. So any kind of, this kind of movement of the spine forwards, but particularly where we're hanging. So what you're not doing here is like pulling or grabbing or trying, you're just letting go. Really soft, letting go of the head, letting go of the shoulders and the arms, yeah. And you can actually use this deliberately as a kind of forgiveness practice. If you have a resentment, some kind of anger you want to let go of, and just say, you know what, okay, I'm going to let it go. The traffic was bad, I'm going to let it go. It's one of the best ones for anger. Any kind of forward bends, but I particularly like a standing forward bend like that. Stood up a bit quick there, careful of that. And yeah, it's interesting, just doing those postures, I already start to feel kind of softer, more kind of easygoing, yeah, more relaxed. So forwards bends, nice, slow, soft, yin ways of doing things, an emphasis on softening down and back, particularly the forwards bends like the child pose, or whatever. Cool. Last thing I should say is if you do have a serious anger management issue, obviously these aren't a total replacement for therapy or anything that that you might need to get help with, but they can certainly be a help because what they do is they get it in the body. So being angry is physiological. Other things like not drinking so much caffeine also are physiological, but these getting it in the body can really be helpful. And I've got a couple of other videos on anger management on the channel.